Hey guys, this is Paul from Bluray Junkies, and we all received some sad news today. Actor Anton Yelchin passed away. He was only 27 years old. The cause of death was announced by his publicist this morning. Yelchin was on his way to meeting friends for rehearsal, and when he didn't show up or respond to text messages, his friends knew something was wrong. There was something going on there because that's not like him. He wouldn't just not respond to his friends' text messages or phone calls. So they went to go check on him at his house, and that's where they found him. An LAPD spokeswoman said the accident happened around 1:10 a.m. Sunday morning, and as of now recording this video, the investigation is still going on, but they have ruled out any kind of foul play, and investigators say there was just a really freaky accident. But guys, if you're watching this video now and there's more updated news about this, please let me know down below in the comments. This was just a shocking tragedy, not just in the Hollywood community, but a tragedy just hearing about something like this could happen to anyone. But instead of focusing on the loss, we're going to focus on his life. From his very early start in Hollywood, throughout his career, and about him personally. When we were doing research for this video, we looked at IMDb and his filmography, and very impressive. He has worked side by side with some of the greats in Hollywood, like Anthony Hopkins, Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster, Morgan Freeman, Robert Downey Jr., and more recently, Patrick Stewart. And then he's worked with directors like J.J. Abrams, Scott Hicks, and others. That just tells you right there what a phenomenal actor he is, that he's already started to work with all these A-listers before he reached his 20th birthday. So Anton Yelchin was born on Saturday, March 11th, 1989 to Irina and Viktor Yelchin, who were Olympic ice skaters back in his home country of Russia. When Anton was 6 months old, they moved to the United States, where his parents continued to work as ice skating coaches and choreographers, and his uncle Eugene was an accomplished children's book author and oil painter. Now, Anton showed his love for acting, his passion at a very young age. His parents saw this and saw his talent, and they started bringing him to various auditions around LA. He was cast in an independent movie called A Man is Mostly Water at age 9, and he fell in love with it immediately. Even at such an early age, he knew that this was it. This was for him. This is what he wanted to do for the rest of his life. And his parents continued to take him to auditions, continued to encourage him to pursue a career in acting. At age 10, his parents enrolled him in acting classes in Los Angeles, and it was then that he also made his debut on television on the hit show ER. And critics and viewers were blown away by his performance, especially at such a young age. So after some more TV work and smaller indie movies like A Time for Dancing, Delivering Milo, and he was also appeared in the miniseries Taken, he was cast in the movie Hearts of Atlantis, starring opposite Anthony Hopkins. And again, he proved his acting chops, not just by impressing critics and moviegoers, but also impressed Anthony Hopkins, who was just in awe over Yelchin's performance, calling him a true actor. And he was also nominated for Best Young Actor Award, and his performance was just hailed by critics. And based from his performance of Hearts of Atlantis, he was cast in a smaller movie where he first caught our attention of his talent. And the movie was House of D, which also starred, written, and was directed by David Duchovny. He also co-starred with the late great Robin Williams in this. And then he was cast in Showtime's very short-lived show Huff, which also starred Hank Azaria. The show only ran for 2 short seasons, which was really a shame. This show was good. And again, watching this show, you were engulfed by Yelchin's brilliant performance. If you guys haven't seen Huff, definitely check out that show. After Huff, he appeared in one episode of Law & Order, Criminal Intent, and then he took on some other smaller roles in TV and movies. And then it was in 2007 that he shined again in Alpha Dog. He won the role portraying the real-life kidnapped and murder victim, Zach Mazurski. Critics once again hailed his performance, saying that it was heartbreakingly endearing, haunting, mesmerizing, and breathtakingly real. And again, he really became the highlight of the movie. After the premiere of the movie, the real-life mother of Mazurski praised Yelchin in person for his portrayal of her son. And what better compliment can one receive as an actor? After that, he was cast in Along Came Spider next to Morgan Freeman and Ashley Judd. And next, he took on the role, and that is playing
Charlie Bartlett.
So, which one of Shakespeare's works will you be performing for us?
Actually, I thought I'd do a monologue from Corduroy Seville's masterpiece, Misadventures of a Teenage Renegade. I guess I should tell you about the first time I had my period.
And he was absolutely praised for his performance. And this was really his first leading role. We just fell in love with his performance when we saw it, and the movie as well. He really came into his own in this movie and really showcased his strengths and versatility as an actor with his funny, charming, smart, and emotionally dramatic performance.
Do I get to meet your dad too?
No, he's actually not with us anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. He was a CIA agent, you know. Yeah. He survived Somalia, Yugoslavia, Iraq. Finally, he came home, you know. And our favorite thing to do together was to get ice cream. So, one day I was just sitting around, and I heard the ice cream truck outside, and it always played the same song, Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck with a feather in his hat and called it macaroni.
It's definitely another must-see Yelchin performance. And then after that, he went on to co-star with Susan Sarandon in the movie Middle of Nowhere. And then he took on another great role, and that is in Jodie Foster's movie The Beaver. It also stars Mel Gibson, and Yelchin plays Mel Gibson's son. I mean, you can tell in this movie that he has such a passion for film and for acting. And then he hit the jackpot. In 2008, he caught the attention of J.J. Abrams and was cast as Pavel Chekhov in the 2009 reboot of Star Trek. And he went on to portray him again in Star Trek Into Darkness and the upcoming Star Trek Beyond. Abrams has been quoted as saying that Yelchin is just a delightful, uplifting person to work with and to be around. He's full of life, full of energy, and is one of the most accomplished, versatile actors working today. J.J. Abrams called Yelchin the next James Dean. And after learning of Yelchin's death, J.J. Abrams posted this on his Twitter account this afternoon. He just truly touched everyone he was around. Also in 2009, he was cast in Terminator Salvation, playing the younger Kyle Reese. Now, say what you will about Terminator Salvation. Some people loved it, some people hated it, some people loathed it, some people liked it. In all honesty, his performance was the best thing out of the movie. Now, after Terminator Salvation, he took on smaller roles. Now, this is the type of person he was. Even though he essentially made it in Hollywood and started working with A-list actors, directors, A-list pictures, he still had a very modest attitude. He never demanded bloating paychecks or only wanted to take on leading starring roles in huge blockbusters. Instead, he would do smaller indie movies like Odd Thomas, Only Lovers Left Alive, The Driftless Area, and then he would also do Hollywood movies in the mix, like the remake to Fright Night and The Smurfs. Now, when he was asked why he does this, he responded by saying that it balances him out as an actor. He went on to say that sometimes actors think that they are more than they are, that they're worth more than they are, and that's not me. He said doing smaller roles while throwing in bigger roles keeps his head grounded and his ego in check. Now, this quote right here really shows what type of person he was. Now, of course, everybody knows about Green Room, and again, his performance was masterful and was hailed by critics and viewers alike. He did another indie movie last year called Like Crazy from director Drake Demarais. The movie won numerous awards. It won awards at Sundance, at film festivals, and the film, as I'm told, will be out shortly. And I'm hearing a lot of good things about the movie and his performance as well. A lot of people that have seen it already are saying that this is really his breakthrough performance in Like Crazy, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Anton Yelchin has appeared in well over 60 films. Right now, he has 4 movies coming out between 2016 and 2017, including, as I mentioned before, Star Trek Beyond. He's also coming out with a romantic comedy called Porto and a dramatic thriller called Thoroughbred, which is coming out next year, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about that as well. So we still have some new Yelchin movies coming our way. Yelchin also wanted to start working behind the camera as well, as a writer, producer, and director. Now, in his personal life, Yelchin enjoyed reading, playing chess. He was also an accomplished pianist and played guitar. He was so greatly respected among his peers in Hollywood. Jodie Foster took to her Twitter saying, "Anton was a rare and beautiful soul. He had an unstoppable passion for life and people. He was the most fun little brother you could ever dream of. I am so honored to have been able to direct such a deep actor, and he was so committed and genuine. I will forever be grateful for all those little exchanges we shared, his contagious enthusiasm, his questions, and his company. She goes on to say that my heart breaks for his mom and dad. They were very close as a family. He carried their love into everything he touched. Anton Yelchin will be remembered as not just one of the most versatile, smart, funny, talented young actors, but he will also be remembered as a caring, fun, deep, genuine, modest, and grateful person. He never forgot his roots, where he came from. He was always close with his family and his parents, and he was always very appreciative and loved all of his fans. His performances touched so many and inspired so many younger actors coming up after him. And he will always be remembered and loved by his fans, his peers, and of course his family and friends. Alright guys, so now I want to hand the video over to you. I want to give it to your hands and let me know what you think of Anton Yelchin. Have you met him in person? What was he like? What are your favorite performances and movies from him? Or if you just want to chit chat about Yelchin, leave your comments down below in the comments section. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Hit that like button down below. Leave your comments. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. We do have a lot of new content that's coming up. We're doing a new segment called Flashback Flicks. Certain movies from the 80s, early 90s, and even the 70s. We're going to go back and take a look at those. We have some new reviews coming up, collaborative reviews, just a lot of different videos that we have in store for you guys. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when those videos will be up and you can join in all the fun. And we'll see you in the future.
So Anton, thank you for stopping by the studio. I'd love to ask about what brings you to Cannes, Green Room. Can you tell me a little bit about the film, set it up for us? What's the story?
Green Room is filmed by Jeremy Saulnier. It's basically about a group of kids in a punk band and a hardcore band that end up at this venue that ends up being like a a right-wing white power venue. And they were new going in that it was this venue, but then this sort of horrific thing happens. They end up getting stuck there. I play the bass player in the band.
Okay.
And so Jeremy and I always talked about the fact that if there's one person in a band that could die and you could still play the show, it would be the bass player. And that's kind of how his personality is. I mean, he's just kind of the one that studies everything.
You're reunited with Imogen Poots on it. You guys seem to have a fantastic chemistry in Fright Night. So how does it felt to kind of find that again?
Oh, it's great. Imi's one of my good friends, so I'd been hoping that we'd work together at some point again, and she's wonderful. She's just she has this experimentalism as an actor that is really exciting to watch and exciting to be around.
From the director of Blue Ruin, we're kind of expecting, fireworks. Was that what kind of made you want to do the project?
Yeah, I mean, two things. I really like Blue Ruin a lot. I think it's wonderful, and I also love punk music. So it was kind of it was a blast to be able to do that. To know that I trust this filmmaker, and I think Jeremy has a really interesting vision in the sense that they're genre films that completely deconstruct and work against the logic of the genres that they're functioning in, and so I think that's really exciting. Because I haven't seen the film, I'm just excited to see it. I don't really like to go into films with expectations about the audience's response, because that sort of strips them of their subjectivity to have any kind of response. They'll respond how they do.
In Cannes, I know, there's kind of an expectation that you sort of sit through your premiere, which I know stresses a lot of actors out. What's your kind of relationship like with that? Do you like watching yourself on screen?
I don't like watching myself on screen at all, but I do like watching the film. Yeah. I mean, I want to know, I wish I was at a place where I could be so enlightened that I could just say, well, the experience was all that matters, But I want to see what the film's like, too.
I have to talk to you about Star Trek. I mean, we're gearing up for a third one. How excited are you to kind of slip on the jumpsuit again?
I'm really excited. I really like those people, and you know, I love the original series, and I feel like the new films handle the kind of an energy that's close to that series, you know, and especially with my character, I tend to have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that fun again.
Well, good luck with the premiere.
Thank
I hope
you
it goes
very
very
much.
well. Thank you very, very much for your time.
Thanks for talking to me.